I'm Jenny Denon, the nonprofit librarian for the Columbus Metropolitan Library System. I'm based in the Business and Nonprofit Resource Center at Main Library here in Columbus, Ohio. The Business and Nonprofit Resource Center is a co-working space where customers can access all kinds of resources that they need to successfully build and run their organization. From computers with software like Adobe Creative Cloud to subscription-only databases with all kinds of information that small organizations need. We also provide access to librarians like me and a large number of community experts who all provide free one-on-one support to library customers. The Business and Nonprofit Resource Center also provides lots of free classes and events to help small nonprofits level up their skills, make connections with other nonprofit professionals, and access the information they need for their nonprofit to succeed. You can check out all the details on our website. Today, I'm going to be showing you some of the library's premium resources for nonprofits. We'll take a look at the Foundation Directory, GuideStar, Policy Map, and LinkedIn Learning. All of these are resources that users typically have to pay a subscription cost to access, but they are free to use with your library card. If you don't have a library card, it's easy to sign up for one through our website. Any Ohio resident is eligible for a library card at the Columbus Metropolitan Library. All of the resources we'll review today can be found on the library's Business and Nonprofit Resource Center webpage. To locate these resources, begin on the library's website, columbuslibrary.org. From there, select Adults from the options across the top of the page and choose Business and Nonprofit Resource Center from the drop-down menu. Then, scroll down the page to check out our nonprofit resources and select View Resources in the orange box. Here, you'll find an alphabetical listing of all the library's nonprofit resources. Scroll down the list and click the orange Access Now button for the resource you want to use. The first resource we'll look at is Foundation Directory. The Foundation Directory is exactly what it sounds like. It is a comprehensive directory with detailed information about funders, the grants they've issued, who those grants have gone to, and more. If you're looking for grants for your nonprofit or to learn more about potential funders, Foundation Directory is a great place to start. Foundation Directory is a premium resource that can be accessed from any of our 23 library locations. This is the primary search page for Foundation Directory. While you can start your search here, we recommend using the Advanced Search for the most accurate results. Click Advanced Search and Filters. Here, you'll see several different options. However, the first two filters, Subject Area and Geographic Focus, are most important for your initial search. Use these to enter a simple description of your organization's work. Subject area is the core activity or focus of your organization or project, while geographic focus is where your work will be taking place. Select the options that best describe your organization from the drop-down menu in each filter. For this example, if we have an organization that provides transitional housing for those recovering from addiction, we might select Transitional Living under Subject Matter and Columbus, Ohio under Geographic Focus. This will allow us to find funders whose giving patterns reflect a history of support for transitional housing programs in our area. In short, funders who are likely to be interested in supporting this type of work. Click Search to see the results. The search results will be divided into 4 different categories: grant makers, grants, recipients, and related 990 tax forms. The grants list is a record of historic grants that have been issued, as opposed to a list of currently available grants. While each of these categories includes useful information, Nonprofits seeking funding often find the most value in the Grant Makers section, which lists funders whose giving history matches the search terms you entered. Scroll down the page to see a preview of the GrantMaker results and select View All to see the full list. The GrantMaker results will be sorted by grant count, which is the number of grants the funder has issued that match your search terms. So, the results at the top of the list will typically be the most relevant. Click on the name of any funder in the list to view their full profile. Each GrantMaker profile includes a dashboard which summarizes their giving over the past 5 years. Here, you can see their top funding areas, the geographic locations of the organizations they have funded, and the size of the grants they have issued. Scrolling further down the page, you can see more information about the funder, including a listing of the grants they have issued that match your search terms, details about the application process and current RFPs, contact information, and more. Together, the information in this profile can help you determine whether a funder might be a good fit for your organization and next steps for approaching them. At the top of each page, you'll find the Tools menu, which allows you to either save the profile to your device as a PDF or send it as a PDF attachment to an email address. Because you can only use Foundation Directory at a library location, this is a helpful way to save any profiles of interest to review later. Foundation Directory also includes a lot of built-in help, including a live chat, as well as articles and FAQs about using the resource and other useful information for nonprofits seeking funding. The next resource we'll look at is GuideStar. Where Foundation Directory is for finding information about funders of nonprofits, GuideStar is used for finding information about nonprofits themselves. Nonprofit organizations might use GuideStar for a variety of reasons, including conducting an environmental scan during the planning process of a new nonprofit organization, or to otherwise learn more about the nonprofits in a particular area or focused on a particular issue. Like Foundation Directory, GuideStar can only be used at a library location. This is the primary search page for GuideStar. If you're looking for information about a specific nonprofit, you can type the name of the nonprofit into the search bar and click Search. Here, you will find a list of nonprofits based on your search. GuideStar automatically lists all 501c3 nonprofits registered with the IRS. Nonprofits can choose to claim their GuideStar profile and add information to it. Therefore, some profiles, based only on IRS filings, will have minimal information, while others will have much more detail. This profile for Stonewall Columbus is an example of one with a great deal of detail. Here you'll find things like program details, interactive financial charts, detailed financial reports, information about the staff and board, organizational demographics, and more. Unlike Foundation Directory, you cannot download and save a full profile, but you will find portions throughout the profile that can be downloaded, like compensation data, financial reports, and more. As a 501c3 nonprofit, you can claim your own GuideStar profile for free and add information to it. This is a great way for potential funders, volunteers, or donors to find you and learn more about your work. To claim your profile, click Candid at a Glance at the top of the screen, and then select Nonprofit Profiles. In addition to searching for a specific nonprofit, you can use GuideStar's Advanced Search feature to find nonprofits based on specific criteria. Back on the GuideStar homepage, you can go directly to the Advanced Search by leaving the search bar blank and clicking Search. Using the menu on the left of the screen, you can set filters for the types of organization you're looking for. For instance, if you're interested in starting a nonprofit that provides transitional housing, you would likely want to know about any other transitional housing organizations in our area. We'll start in the Geography tab by selecting the Columbus metro area. Then, in the Organization tab, we'll select our subject area of interest. You'll notice that the categories listed here are the same that we saw in Foundation Directory. We'll select Transitional Living once again. Our search updates as we select our filters, so we now have a list of nonprofits offering transitional living services in the Columbus metro area. If there are additional criteria you're interested in, you can add additional filters, including financial filters. You can access helpful resources on using GuideStar using the support link at the top of the page. The next resource we'll look at is Policy Map. Policy Map is a mapping and data analytics tool that allows users to create custom maps and data sets based on a huge variety of factors, including demographics, housing, education, health, social needs, and more. This tool can be helpful to nonprofits for conducting a needs assessment before planning programs and services, or for strengthening a grant application by illustrating the need in the community and potential impact of an organization's activities. Your first step will be to enter the location you're interested in analyzing. You can search by several different types of locations, including state, city, zip code, and more. For this example, we'll search Franklin County, Ohio. After entering a location, you can then use the categories across the top of the page to select a dataset to overlay on the map. Each category includes multiple different submenus, allowing for very specific and targeted sets of data. As an example, let's create a map outlining the number of households without internet access in Franklin County. We now have a color-coded map showing household internet access. Hovering over the map will display the values of each selected geography. You can use the print function at the bottom of the page to save or print the map, or the download function at the top of the page to download the map's data as a spreadsheet. The map legend allows you to customize the map's colors, data ranges, or geographies the data is shaded by. For instance, this map is currently shaded by zip code, but we can change that to another designation, like census tract. Be sure to explore all the different categories in Policy Map, as they include hundreds of data sets from sources like HUD, the CDC, and the U.S. Census on topics like educational attainment, rates of various health conditions, food insecurity, and much more. Policy Map also includes some address-level data that allows you to plot various locations on the map, like schools, healthcare facilities, and libraries. This also includes nonprofit organizations. Which can then be filtered by type of organization and other factors. This can be useful for startup nonprofits conducting an environmental scan. In addition to custom maps, Policy Map also includes a selection of pre-packaged reports that bring together important data about a given location. To access these, select the Reports icon at the top of the screen and enter a location. You can then choose from a community profile, community health report, rental housing report, or home mortgage report for that location. PolicyMap has a large selection of helpful articles and videos that cover the various functions of the tool. You can access these by clicking Help Docs at the top of the page. The final resource we'll look at is LinkedIn Learning. This is a collection of over 20,000 high-quality, expert-led video courses on a huge variety of topics. You can browse all LinkedIn Learning's courses by selecting Content from the menu on the left of the page. Courses are divided into 3 categories: Business, Technology, and Creative, with multiple different topics within each of these categories. Nonprofit professionals will find many useful courses within each of the topics, including things like public speaking, marketing, leadership, interviewing and hiring, using programs like Excel and Photoshop, and more. LinkedIn Learning also has several courses specifically for nonprofits. You can find these by searching Nonprofit at the top of the page. Your results will include both courses and videos, which are individual pieces of a course. Let's take a look at the Nonprofit Management Foundations course. Each course includes an overview of the course contents, a notebook where you can take notes, and a transcript of each video. You will also find exercises to complete, as well as a certificate that will be available to download once you've completed the full course. On the left of the screen are the course contents. Here, you can see that this course includes a lot of great content for nonprofit professionals, including information about leadership, fundraising and marketing, governance, finance, and more. You can save any course to your video library to return to later. Thanks for checking out this video. If you have questions, you are welcome to reach out to me by email at business@columbuslibrary.org or send a message through our website. Don't forget to keep an eye on the calendar on our website, where you can find all our upcoming events, our Ask an Expert sessions, and links to lots more resources. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content from the Business and Nonprofit Resource Center. See you next time.